Hello once again and welcome back to second chapter. Ooh boy, we have had a lot of work to do here in Bose. But we can finally take a load off and take our well-earned vacation, and boy do we need it. I think we earned it after having to fight back a dragon. So the Kingfisher Inn is of course directly south of Bose. Also, this is the save file that I have created since having to go back and solve that cooking quest where I missed Orvid and had to add footage into, what was that, part 24? So this is the end result of that. Ultimately, if we look at my save files, this is the file I created right at the end of the last video at 33 hours. And this new one's at 29, so doing the turbo mode throughout the entire chapter caused me to shave 4 hours off of the playtime. You'd be shocked how fast it goes. But anyway, we now have maximum bracer score. We are on the right path yet again. Ah, Valeria Shore. It's been a while since we've been here. This is where Acel Joshua, Shara, and Ollie came to stay when they were trying to figure out where the bandits were holed up. Alright, so while I have some peaceful downtime, because I bet the second I go inside, I'm going to be triggered into a cutscene. Let's come out here to the dock, because I got a little thing to read. I got a new issue of the Liberal News. Issue number 8. Special Operation Dragon Capture. Dragon leaves the Liberals' borders. The dragon that appeared suddenly in Bose and caused damage to the region has been confirmed by the Royal Army as having left the borders following a failed plan to capture the creature. The border garrison is continuing patrols, but no further sightings have been reported since then. The Liberal News is following developments closely as we report from the front line. Full details of the dragon capture operation. The day after the dragon appeared, the Royal Army immediately enacted a plan to capture the dragon. Enforcing the capture portion of the plan was Queen Alicia, whose respect for the holy creature shaped an operation using airships and tranquilizers to neutralize the threat by driving it to Valeria Lake and subduing it. Included in the operation was the Arcel loaded with its new engine, plus bracer observers and your trusty Liberal News reporters. The failed first capture operation. After some time on standby, information came in that the dragon had been sighted above the Malga mine. General Morgan ordered the operation begin immediately. Employing skillful aerial maneuvers, the signature of the Royal Army, the airships chased the dragon to above Valeria Lake and shot it with tranquilizers. Unconscious, it fell into the lake. The plan initially seemed a success, but the legendary creature wasn't under for long, and soon woke up. Leaving behind the army ships meant to tow it to shore. The army gave chase once again, but it was eventually lost on radar somewhere over the Nebel Valley. The deep silence aboard the ship was only penetrated by the roar of the new engine echoing hollowly through it. The first operation with the full might of the Air Force had failed. Substitute operation. Pursuit from the ground. The operation believed to be perfect had ended in failure. However, the Royal Army immediately took a new plan. The bracers who had been aboard as observers would pursue the dragon into the Nebel Valley. It was a decision that would immediately bear fruit, for perhaps startled by the bracers' actions, the dragon once again took to the skies. Dragon's departure confirmed. The dragon's reappearance was immediately noted by the Royal Forces, but the dragon only calmly flew out of Liberal airspace. In such a fashion, the case that had rocked the entire kingdom had more or less come to an end. Ancient dragon, possibility of return. Has the dragon truly departed? When asked about the possibility of a return, the Royal Army was unable to comment with any certainty. For the moment, they intend to enhance national air patrols and prepare for the unexpected. Society. Donations pour in. 10 million mira. Donations have been flooding in for the affected areas in the Bose region. Amongst them was an anonymous donation of gold septium crystals valued at 10 million mira. Needless to say, those handling the rebuilding efforts were quite shocked. Society. Bose Market reopens. 1 week after the dragon attack, the Bose Market is back in business following a frantic reconstruction effort. Under the guidance of Bose's Mayor Maybell, local merchants came together to make this speedy recovery possible. It reminds me of how we came together after the 100 Days War. Oh, that was a local man. I thought it was Maybell. Said one local man. It seems the spirit of Bose is alive and well. And that's all you get. Anonymous donation. Yeah, Ragnar just spitting out 2 massive septium crystals. That was great. He's like, oh yeah, okay, this will pay for it. Alright, so I guess there's nothing else to do but to go inside. Also, yeah, half the party's already here. Kevin's here too. And here's the rest of them. What? Kevin, what are you doing here? Oh, it's a long and harrowing story. We met Mr. Kevin on the road here. We invited him to come too. On the road? Why were you traveling again, Kevin? To be honest, my goal was to investigate the Emerald Tower. After we said our goodbyes in Relent, I've been running around looking into all the towers. All the towers? From your tone, I take it you have visited the other towers. Yep, I've been busy with that pretty much. That's why I was kinda AWOL during the whole dragon business. Sorry I couldn't give a hand with that. I figured you guys might come out here for a break after that, so that makes sense. Well then, should we have a sit down right now? How's about we do it over dinner? That'll help the information flow freely, you know? Oh yeah. So you're really staying here, Kevin? Well, from what I hear, this is a pretty famous inn, right? Like your friend said, I figured I'd join you in the festivities, if you don't mind. That's kinda out of the blue. You have helped us a lot, though. What do you think, guys? I ain't got a problem with it. It is a nice way to settle our debt to the good father. Yeah, I want him to stay too. I see no reason to object. I wonder if it's fate bringing us together. Well, if he's here, let's have some fun. Thank you. Ain't much in the way of thanks, but if you've still got stuff that needs doing, I'd be happy to tag along. Abuse me as much as you need. Aw man, I could have gone over here and gotten Kevin the entire time. Well, thanks for the offer, but I think we're about ready to drop off our things and relax. Aw, really? Darn it all, and here I was thinking I could give up my body to Estelle's cause. Oh, if you want to sacrifice your body, trust me, there are ways to arrange that. Come on then, let's get checked in. Yeah, I wonder if you can come over here and grab him and go do quests. Thank you very much for choosing to stay at the Kingfisher Inn. Allow me to show you to your rooms. Yes, please do. This is the room we have set aside for the ladies. Wow, this is lovely. It feels peaceful too. This is the room we used last time we stayed here, right? We ended up having to sneak into the bandit base and didn't really get to enjoy it much. Yes, I hope you can spend a bit more time in it this time. I did at least get to spend one night in a comfortable bed that time. The way I remember it, Shara drank you under the table and laid you out like a sack of garbage. This time I'll be able to drink to my heart's content. This is the room we had set aside for the gentlemen, but I'm sorry there must have been some confusion about your party size. You may use the room next door for the men as well. Ah, right. I kinda jumped on this train at the last second. You guys pick rooms and I'll roll with it. How about it? I have no preference. I don't care much either way. Well then, I shall share a room with Agate. Wait a second. What's with the sudden desire to bunk with me? Is it not obvious, Agate? A raven with clipped wings, mended by a tender-hearted young girl. I would be a failure of a bard if I did not hear every detail of that encounter. And also... Huh? What? Agate, try not to murder him, okay? Although, I'm sort of curious as to how that went down myself. But we just talked is all. That doesn't make us any less interested in hearing about it. Maybe more so, in fact. Perhaps we should hear the whole story before calling it a night, Come now, you two. Don't tease Tita so much. I feel bad for her. Regardless, I should ask Zen and Kevin to share the other room. I have no problem with that. Hey, I'm not one to stand in the way of a good time, so sure. Allow me to show you to your room. Hang on! We are not done with this conversation! Hey! You're going to jail, Agate. Yeah, sounds like things got kind of crazy. So there really was an ancient dragon nested in Liberl, and it warned about the Ariel before flying off, huh? Yeah, makes my head spin just thinking about everything that happened. What I really don't get is why Ragnar couldn't tell us anything about the Ariel either. Actually, there is a line in the Testaments this reminds me of. And the goddess, having bequeathed her treasures, sent forth the holy beast to observe the path that the children of men would take. Holy beast? That certainly does seem like Ragnar. The more pertinent point, I feel, is the command to observe. They may simply watch over us, and we're commanded to not interfere. Load of help that is. Well, one way or another, I sure think this makes it look like the Ariel exists. Think we can start to piece things together thanks to what I found in my poking around. Right, you were investigating the towers. Did you find anything out? A little bit, yeah. I think you guys are familiar with those weird machines at the top of each tower, right? Did you know that they're currently glowing? Yeah, I remember seeing that one was all lit up. I don't quite get what this has to do with the Ariel, though. Well, Captain Schwartz mentioned something to me. Something weird happened in that room where you fought Alan Richard just before that mechanical monster showed up, right? Oh, yeah. If I remember right, after the gospel was used, all the lights in the ruins went out. And then there was this voice out of nowhere giving a warning, and all the pillars sunk into the floor. Right. The warning was about the first barrier being no longer operative, and the device towers being enabled, as I recall. How do you know that? You weren't there, Shara. I didn't take you to the boss fight. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So on hunch, I double-checked the timing with some witnesses. Those 4 towers started lighting up and stuff at the same time the gospel was used. You're kidding! So the device towers the warning mentioned are... The 4 towers of Liberl and the machines at their peaks. I don't got any other explanation, at least. So, to sum it up then, the ruins beneath Grand Cell Castle are what produces the first barrier. However, when Colonel Richard used the gospel, this barrier was eliminated. And in its place, the device towers were activated, presumably to produce a second barrier of some sort. A second barrier? But why would you... If you're gonna protect something, you always want to make sure you have a backup. Doesn't answer the question of what kind of barrier it is. What the hell it is a barrier for, though. About that, I'm starting to think it's something to hide the location of the Ariel. That's right! The Ariel wasn't in the castle's ruins. But it's still supposed to be somewhere in Liberl, right? Exactly. And if we assume the society's goal is to obtain the Ariel, then I think we can say their experiments are part of a plan to further that goal. They need to do all that just to... The experiments, the Gospels, and the Ariel. It seems they are more tightly interwoven than we first believed. And the one sitting at the loom would be this man called the Professor. Yeah, saw him. The same guy who put the Gospel on Ragnar's head and made him attack Bose. And the one who... Estelle? What's up, Estelle? You got awfully quiet all of a sudden. Yeah, about this professor. I think he's the one who made Joshua leave in the first place. What? Wait a moment. You mean he's the one who orchestrated the events that brought Joshua into your home, and then made him leave the way he did? I think so. And I bet he's the one who manipulated Colonel Richard and Kurt's memories. You're kidding. We do not have an explanation for Kurt's memories, it is true. Why do you think this? Well, you see, Estelle explained that she can't remember the identity of the one man she met the day Joshua disappeared. That really happened? Is this another thing you've been trying to shoulder all by yourself or something? Not exactly, but... Sorry, I guess it's kind of late to bring it up now. I don't think there can be any doubt at this point, though. It's safe to say that this person must be the one responsible for all our trouble. He's clearly a man of twisted morals. Yes, we'll need to be careful. Sorry, Tita. I didn't mean to bring up all this serious junk when we came out here to relax. Oh, no, it's okay, Estelle. It's just, I was wondering why someone would do things like this. Make everyone so unhappy, make Joshua suffer. I just don't get it. Tita, don't worry about trying to understand a weirdo like that, okay? You just need to worry about being Tita. Right, Agate? Why the hell do you keep dragging me into these conversations? We needed that, I think. Kevin? Oh, nothing. So, how's about we call that enough information swapping for one day? It'd be a crime to let all this wonderful food go to waste. Can't say no to that. Yes, let us leave debate aside for now. Instead, let us navigate the forests of meat through the rivers of liquor. Merriment awaits. Rivers of liquor, Linheim? That was an unfortunate metaphor. Oh, please, Shara, do not make me swim. And so Estelle and her friends set about enjoying their holiday. Setting aside their cares for a while, they slumbered peacefully and awoke as they wished come the dawn. Olivier playing his lute. In the morning, they borrowed a couple of boats and enjoyed an excursion on the lake. Noon saw a pleasant lunch with no small bit of horseplay. And the evening was perfect for setting a fishing line and letting the hours disappear. Time passed quickly by the idyllic shores of the lake. That was so much fun. It was. It feels like we've been refreshed, body and soul. Yes, it's been a while since I've had this much fun without drinking. Shara, minors in the room, influences, etc. And weren't you slamming back some kind of fruit liquor with a fiend while we were fishing? Oh, honey, please. Something that light doesn't even count. Right, Princess Tita? I think I will invoke a royal prerogative to refrain from commenting. On a tangent from that, though, Estelle, you're really very good at fishing. You think so? Yeah, you are. You pulled them up one after another. It's been her hobby since she was little. Speaking of, Kevin made quite a showing for himself, too. I noticed that. He really seems to like fishing. He definitely knows how to handle a rod and whatnot, that's for sure. If he got a bit better, he might even make a good rival for me. For the love of... Not everything has to be a competition, Estelle. Still, though, it's a lovely evening. Estelle? What is it? Nothing. I think I need to go enjoy that lovely evening for a bit. I'll be back for dinner. I understand. Don't be gone too late, or I'll eat your portion too. Yeah, I know. See you guys later. Estelle? Shara, don't worry, Tita. I'd like you to leave her alone for a little while, if that's okay. This is about Joshua, isn't it? A good guess. The evening was just as lovely back then, too. I love that they don't tell you anything about what you're supposed to be doing right now. You should already know what you're supposed to go do. But we can chat up the other guys. Ah, good day, Estelle. The finest liquor, the freshest food. Indeed, it is the picture of refinement. If I had a lovely lady pouring my drinks, then I would have no complaints at all. But oh, that can be saved for after dinner. Yo, Estelle, you walking around again? You're like a perpetual motion machine, you know that? I guess so, yeah. What are you doing, Agate? Just sitting back and relaxing while we can. Winding down, basically. That is why we came out here, after all. Heck yeah, it is. You gotta relax sometime. It won't hurt to take one day off of work. Darn right. Anyway, see ya. Oh, hey, Estelle. Already feeling teed out? Not really. Shara's still relaxing in her room. I just wanted to get outside for a bit. Alright. Well, try and get back before dark. Going fishing again? Well, don't get so absorbed that you forget about dinner. Yeah, they keep these conversations brief. Falcom's like, what are you doing, stupid? Stop talking to these people. So let's see. Right here is obviously where we fished in first chapter. You can still fish. So if you recall, this is going back to that event. Estelle fished the day away. Meanwhile, Joshua was right about here, and he was reading a book. And after Estelle gets done fishing, you can go and pick that book up, and you can choose to read it. And then you go talk to Joshua, and you choose whether or not you want to keep it or give it to him. And the events, or like the contents of that book, if you recall, has to do with the 100 Days War. And when it gets to the end, when it like tries to explain away why the war started and what the details of the treaty between Liberal and Arabonia were, it gets really sketchy. It's kind of like it gets swept under the rug as to what really happened. I think it says that there was a misunderstanding or something, but it ends very abruptly. And I think if you go back and read that, it is better now with more context. But obviously where you're supposed to go right now would be right here, where Estelle found Joshua after he disappeared from reading that book. What a pretty sunset. It's just like that time. The sky, the sunset, the water, it's all just like before. Everyone's having fun, but it's not really the same at all, is it? I'm hopeless, aren't I? I made up my mind to chase after him at my own pace, but Mom and Joshua must be laughing at me. That's right. I did play it once during the dream. I wonder if I can do it again. That was really pretty, Estelle. Kevin? I came by because I was curious who was belting out the melodies. Gotta admit, I didn't think it'd be you. So I guess you do have hobbies other than sneakers and fishing, huh? Harmonica playing's kind of out of character for me, huh? Nah, not hardly. It suits you. Gotta be honest, I think you're better at fishing, but you can just come out and tell me I'm bad. Even I don't think I'm really good at this. You made a couple technical mistakes, sure. But what matters in music is the heart. And that little performance of yours carried your heart. Trust me. Oh, thanks. Mind if I get a little closer? Oh, sure. Go ahead. Got a question I'd like to ask you. Estelle, what are you gonna say when you meet this boyfriend of yours? Huh? From what I've gathered, he left under what we might call, circumstances. Heavy ones. Even if you finally catch up to him, have you thought about what you're going to say to him after all this? I convinced myself I was going to drag him back, even if I had to pull him by the hair. But I don't think I can really do something that forceful, or crazy. To be completely honest, I don't know if what I have to say will even reach Joshua. And even knowing all that, you're still set on finding him? Yeah. I've thought a lot about Joshua's situation and my own failings. No matter how hard I try, though, the words to deal with it at all don't come to me when I just sit around. So, I'll just let the words come when I finally meet him. What? After all, my feelings aren't mine alone, right? There's something that grew between Joshua and I when we were together. So, I think I'll only really be able to find those words once I see him again. Once we meet, our hearts will do the talking. That's why I refuse to worry about that until we find him. I mean, sometimes I get a little sentimental, sure, but let's just call that ladies' privilege. Oh man, that didn't go according to the steps at all. What? Step 1. Estelle is all sentimental and down. Step 2. Estelle's worries over a comment from me. Step 3. I follow up nicely. Step 4. Estelle starts feeling better, and her opinion of me rises sharply because of it. See? Profit. That was the brilliant plan I was aiming for, but, somehow you skipped steps 2 and 3, and thus 4, I think. Sorry. You're still a good priest, Kevin. You do pay attention to people with worries like me. Well, it's true, that's part of the priest's job. I gotta admit, I was paying attention to you for reasons that are more personal, Estelle. Huh? What are you... Hold that thought. What? Now I'm... What is it? Not sure. Looks like a boat's approaching. And I think someone's inside it. What? Kurt? I patched him up as best as I can, but his wounds are pretty serious. He'll have to stay bedbound for a while. Poor Kurt. Never thought I'd see the day where Kurt gets thrashed like this. The hell happened? Kurt and his team were really close to finding the Society's base, from what Lugren told us. Which means Annalise and Karna and Grant should have been with... Oh no! This is bad. I called Lugren on the End's phone. He's contacting the other branches in the Royal Army now. But, if things have gone wrong, Annalise and the others will... We know. Don't panic. We need to get out there and do what we can. Problem is, where the hell did Kurt's boat float in from? It is curious. Valeria Lake has no inlands or reefs, correct? That's right. It's tremendously deep, so it must have floated in from another shore. It could be very hard to divine precisely which shore, though. Yeah, the lake is huge. I guess we could ask the army patrol ships to help too, but... Kurt? This is... Estelle and Agate, everyone. This is the Kingfisher Inn. You're on the lakeshore in Bose. You drifted here on the waves, you tough old goat. The Kingfisher. Oh, yes, I see. I remember my teammates and I infiltrating the Society's base. And then I... Kurt? Don't tell me. Ugh, damn it all. To have my memory stolen not once, but twice. Ugh. I knew it. The Society has intruded upon your mind once again. Zen, please, use your chi on me as you did last time. Otherwise, everyone else will. Last time was a desperate improvisation. It won't be able to restore memories locked away by hypnosis. Besides, with your injuries, no, we cannot risk it. But in that case, let me try something. Huh? And you are? Kevin Graham, Grallspritter of the church. Think Annalise might have told you about me. Yes. Hang on a sec, Kevin. Can you undo hypnosis? Well, don't know what I could do about any nasty stuff that's wormed its way into the subconscious. But I think I can manage a little something if it's just some kind of block on his short-term memory. Doesn't seem like it's been that long since he was hit, so... Oh, neat. Is this an example of thaumaturgy, the secret arts of the church? You might call it that. This, might feel like your head's getting kicked by a mule, repeatedly. I'm guessing you don't care much, though. Not at all. Please, do what you can. Alright. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Wow, so pretty. Silver reflection of the conscious will, black luminance of time's flow. By your opposing natures, I divest this mortal man of the ties which bind his mind. Kurt, are you okay? Yes, I think so. So much is returning, as though a mist is clearing from my mind. Just let the fog clear, and remain calm and relaxed. Whatever you do, don't try to look into the darkness that lies beyond. Yes, I understand. I see what you meant when you warned me this would be unpleasant. This is my ego, isn't it? You can tell? I'm surprised. I am proficient in meditation, remember? I'm fine. I think I remember enough now. Really? Great. An impressive technique. You really are more than just a skirt-chasing priest. Well done, Kevin. Come on, don't inflate my ego too much here. I mean, a little, sure, but not too much. Anyhow, Kurt, what do you remember exactly? Yes, well, the Society has a base on the northwestern shore of the lake. They've built some kind of research facility in secret. A research facility? When did they? How did they? The northwestern parts of the lake shore are sparsely populated at best. Even so, guard airships do patrol over the area. I don't. The facility is cleverly hidden. They project a dummy image into the sky to prevent aerial scouting. What? Well, that is an impressive feat. It's theoretically possible, but how would you... And if you approach by land, a deep fog springs up around you as you draw near. A fog? Sounds just like relent. We broke through the fog and entered the facility, but then we were ambushed by a team of people calling themselves enforcers. They caught us completely off guard and crushed us almost immediately. I lost consciousness not long after reaching the boat. Damn my cowardice. Abandoning Grant and Karna and Annalise like that. Kurt, don't worry about it, okay? We're going to save Annalise and all the rest. Still. Don't worry about it, Kurt. You told us everything we need to know to go kick some fools around. Yes, on top of that, I suspect we'll have some help in the Royal Army. Leave the rest to us. Thank you. Forgive me. I leave it in your hands. Kurt? Don't worry, he's just unconscious. Anyway, sounds like we don't have time to stand around. Right. We need to get going before the army does. Estelle, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but... Yeah, I know. This is going to be the most dangerous thing we've ever done. By a lot. But you know what? I was prepared to settle things with the Society one way or another. It'll just happen sooner than I thought. Estelle, well, I think this was the shortest vacation in history. Nah, we got plenty of rest. Now's the time to gear up for the real fight. There is one problem. A small army of us going together would stand out too much. It would be best to send a smaller group, I think. Yeah, good idea. Hey, everyone, do you mind if I pick a team like I did back in the ruins? As you did beneath Grand Cell? I think that's for the best. I'll be happy to come along. Sure, I don't mind. I won't hold any grudges if you don't pick me, though I too want to bust some heads. Of course, though you will, naturally, ask me to come along. If you need someone who can heal injuries, I will be happy to come along. I think I can help with machines and stuff, I think. Thanks, guys. Sorry to spoil the fun, but... Do you mind picking me first? Huh? From the sound of it, Annalise and your friends are in the Society's claws. If they've been given the same treatment Kurt was, or worse, what do you guys do exactly? Oh, I see. A good idea. Yeah, good point. Looks like you're in no matter what, Mr. Priest. Thank you. We should be thanking you, Kevin. Okay, let me pick the rest of the team. Alright, form party. So yes, Kevin is mandatory. Kevin's coming with us. Ooh, this is a tough choice. This is a very tough choice. So I know some of the things we're going to see there, where we get to wherever Ouroboros is. And I want to say last time I brought maybe Agate and Olivier. I'm kind of curious to bring Tita, just in case she has like weird comments about some of the tech that we might see from Ouroboros. And because I love them, we're taking Ollie. Right, move out. Sure is quiet. You'd think we'd be able to see the beach soon or something. Unless my skill at reading maps has fled me, this is the right direction. Our best course of action is to proceed forward. Besides, check out that moon. This is the sort of night you'd want to take a girlfriend out on a date, really. And someone's as mellowed out as ever. But do you actually have a girlfriend, Kevin? Despite what you might think, I have at least one candidate in each town on the continent, and... Candidate, meaning you don't actually have one. Come on, at least let me finish bragging. You are but a squire in love, Sir Knight. Though, Kevin, why are you out here on your own still? This is becoming kind of a big deal, and you have no backup aside from us. Are the Grossritter kind of understaffed? Well, the situation's kind of complicated. I got dispatched out here on my own at first, yeah. If stuff really hits the rotating thingamajigger, though, some of my buddies might fly out here. Oh, okay. So, the Grossritter's job is the retrieval of artifacts, right? Or accurately, investigation, management, and retrieval. And retrieval usually means recovering it from someone. The church has forbidden the average citizen from owning working artifacts, and most nations agree and let us work. I'm curious. Why does the church want to take them away so badly? Okay, so, thing is, there's lots and lots of different types of artifacts, right? And nobody really knows how or why they work yet. Despite that, they do work, and depending on how you use them, they can have absolutely crazy abilities. What do you think tends to happen when you put infinite cosmic power in the hands of your average citizen? What happens? The biggest thing is actually obsession. They can't resist the seduction of power, and inevitably use the artifact for nothing good. No way! Seriously? Always? I've seen it happen time and again, throughout history, sadly enough. Estelle, you remember Mayor Dalmore well enough to know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Dalmore did seem to have this awful mean streak in him. It wasn't like that mind-controlled Capua boss guy. Dalmore seemed like he felt he could fight the whole world and win. Holding absolute power gives people a warped sort of confidence, erases their ability to control themselves. It's the mission of the Grossritter to stop that before it happens. Ain't always the prettiest job in the world, but... Really? It simply means the church has its own business to sell. For example, in some cases, individuals are allowed to possess or keep artifacts, are they not? Man, you do know a lot. Well, I'm gonna have to say no comment on that one, Mr. Bard. Got a duty to keep church business confidential and all that. Of course, my good man. Urge to push Kevin off the boat rising. Hey, so this is the fog near their base, right? Now we really got no choice but to plow on ahead. Yeah. Stay alert, everyone. They might try to ambush us. Hey! Looks like we made it through. Alright, we've arrived. I don't see anyone around, but, well, yeah, nobody let your guard down. First order of business, I think, is giving that building ahead a scouting out. We must not forget who our foes are. Should we encounter particular danger, we should not hesitate to leave the stage. Yeah, you're right. Tita, do your best to keep up. I will. Alright, so first, let me put some equipment onto Kevin. I will not worry about accessories right now because I don't want to read through them. Also, like, I don't know how long this is going to take, but if we have to stop the video before we get to the end, then I'll build up Kevin's ornament. Otherwise, that's going to have to wait until much later. Alright, so this is the same location that we've seen Ouroboros hanging out at when Campanella arrived in Liberl, when Ren reported back in after the tea party. All the same location. So the front door that we saw, can't enter through that, you gotta enter through the side. What in the world? This looks like a factory of some sort. No one is present. Odd. Yeah, but archaisms though. No way. Oh, archaisms. Interesting. We immediately go into a fight upon him saying that.
Alright, what's next?
Phew, I think we're still alive. Mostly. But these things, they're the same as the ones that showed up in the mine. So they really are society-controlled archaisms. Yeah. Except they ain't archaic. They're like the ones that assaulted us on the Annenberg. They were made recently. In that case, this area might be a factory of some sort for orbital weapon parts. Good point. A lot of the same parts are rolling along. There is something else curious, I fear. We made a scene to raise Gehenna, yet this place remains as silent as a tomb. No one is coming. Yeah, you're right. You'd think that Annalise or even one of the enforcers would come to investigate. Those things were probably on some kind of automated patrol. Looks like we really do need to check every corner. Alright. So, can you interact with this stuff? Doesn't look like it. This door is locked. Okay, the way this area works is that there are certain, you see how there's like a couple blue bars on that keypad? Yeah, they're like color-coded keys for, when you start this area. Although most of the, like, colored doors just have items behind them that don't really matter. So this is a factory, obviously. This place is actually, I sort of got that training facility we went into with Annalise at the end of the prologue. I sort of got it confused with this area because they're kind of samey, to be honest. Oh, archaism. All right, it's not gonna bother me because of my cloak. Found another buzzer. The thing that keeps you awake. Let's see here. Oh, split crossroads. Is this the exit? Yeah, that's the front door, I think. Can you open it? You can. How about that? I guess that lets you go use the orbital charging station whenever you want. A little bit quicker. But no big deal. Let's see here. This is a monster chest. Ollie, use quick draw.
99.
What's in here? Freaking Kevin weapon I don't need. Did you hear about that girl who paid for everything with... Oh, we read that one too! 500 something unique messages, my ass. Oh, this one's green coded. Can't get in there. This one's red coded. This chest's proud possessions have already passed to some wandering adventurer satchel. Probably yours. Defense 4. That's decent. The chest is empty, but if you keep opening and closing the lid, it looks like it's talking. This is like the most modern looking location we've seen in the entire series so far. Also, the music is an odd choice. It's like much classier than you would expect out of Ouroboros. Alright, so this is the way upward, but I need to get the red key card in order to get in there. Ah, that orbital charging station lets you know that you're about to fight a boss. What the? Grant! Thank Adios, you're safe. Kurt told us what happened and we came soon as we... Hold on, something's up. Huh? What? To battle. Ooh, this song's so cool. I love this fight song. Yeah, so, the society's up to no good. And they're messing with their buddies. Well, he did a little bit of damage. Smoke cannon. Ooh, that was a crit. Oh, I missed.
Not bad.
Whew. How the heck does he manage swings like that? My goodness, even bracers are not immune to such control. Now then. Ugh. Sorry, guess I got in the way, huh? Grant, you're okay. You realize what happened then, my good man? Yeah, can't remember the face, but someone hijacked my mind or something. I was ordered to stop any other intruders coming through here. It must be that professor guy. Grant, where are Karna and Nanoace, do you know? I don't. We got separated and they caught us each alone. They're probably chained up in their own minds somewhere in here like I was. Ugh. Grant! Here, give me your shoulder. We've got a boat on the beach, we'll take you there. No, I'm okay. I know the layout of the building, so I can get out on my own. I won't drag you guys down any further. Just please find Karna and Nanoace. Grant, yeah, leave it to us. Is he really gonna be okay? For now, we just need to trust him and keep moving. There's 2 more, right? Yeah. Let us make haste then. Archaism classification. The orbital droid weapons utilized by the Society are modeled after the ancient Archaism weapons and developed by the research organization, the 13 Factories, under the direct command of an Anguis. Furthermore, these facilities produce primarily standardized humanoid units, such as both types of patrol units, the Vogel, a scout unit Port Seeker, as well as the combat unit Vanguard, but development based on the Guardian for new, following text redacted. Alright, these are going to be interesting to read. I think it repeats the same stuff, yeah. Alright, so we can use the red key card to go up 1 more floor. I think there are 4 or 5 floors, so this is going to take a little while. And we still got to find Nanoace and Karna. They probably are going to be boss fights too. Now, thankfully, the Archaisms in between us and them are not a big deal. Let's see, this is the way out actually, so we need to get the green card. Let's see here. Chest, EP charge. Chest is empty, and if it could eat you, it would. What is up with these chests and their like vor fetishization? Always wanting to eat people. Can I get in here? No. I need the green one. Oh, night goggles. Well, that spoils something, doesn't it? All this chest's worldly possessions now reside within your pack. Unless you sold them. You didn't sell them, did you? Maybe. No, I never sell consumables. I do sell equipment I don't need, though. Which way do we want to go? Let's go up. Can we tell what's in these things? I can't. I don't know what these pods are for. It's not very clear. Another green door. Ah, yeah. Here's the thing that got spoiled. So let's go into equipment. God, I hate this gimmick. Night goggles. Thank goodness they never ever tried this gimmick in another Trails game. They knew it was stupid. They knew people didn't like it. It's just annoying. Good luck trying to find your way through here. Alright, here's a door. Anything else over here? There's probably a second door. Oh, there's a blue door. Okay, we're on the right path. Oh no! They got Karna too. No choice but to get rough then. Alright, take out the archaisms. Ah, she's gonna heal. Alright, I'm trying to build CP with Kevin here, as well as Estelle. See, she's close to maxing out.
Not bad.
Every time I fight her, she seems to kick my butt harder. Alright, my turn. You guys, you managed to get here, huh? Karna, are you okay? Aside from feeling like I was run over by an airship, yeah, I'm okay. More importantly, did you find the others? We beat the mind control at a Grant just a bit ago. We haven't seen Annalise though, I'm kinda worried. I see. I'm guessing you also had a run-in with an enforcer or three. No, we've been hip deep in machines but no enforcers. Aside from you guys, there doesn't seem to be anyone here at all actually. Really? That's strange. There were a few dozen research staff and Jaegers on guard when we infiltrated. I guess it's possible they've abandoned the base. Maybe. That would be weird though. I should be able to make it out on my own. Please, find Annalise as soon as you can. Leave it to us. Hopefully this is the green card. Treatment of combatants. Temporary combatants acquired from Jaeger Corps and other sources receive the following treatments. Number 1, Physical Enhancement Program. Number 2, Combat Technique Enhancement Program. Number 3, Chain of Command Obedience Program. Number 4, Protection of Secrecy Hypnosis Program. Following text redacted. Letting you know how Ouroboros operates. So yeah, Ouroboros, as we've already kind of seen, are they're not above like hiring Jaegers. Well, I wouldn't even call it hiring. It's more like they recruit them. There is a one particular Jaeger Corps as of like this time period in the series. They kind of just like have taken under their wing. Ebony shoes. The chest is empty as your soul. Hey, come on now. I'm not that dead yet. I have a soul. I get a little wistful when Estelle plays the Whereabouts of Light on the harmonica. Okay, it pulls on my heartstrings just a little bit. Is that song getting to you yet? It gets to me. So yeah, this is the green one, right? Probably just an item in here. I don't even care enough to open it. This is what, target practice? Interesting. Also, you can kind of see the stuff that's in here. There's a gun in there. But this is like the same, at the very top, that red stuff was like the equipment, the armor that those Jaegers were wearing on that patrol ship that Joshua latched onto. Oh, didn't mean to come in here. Yo, check out these sleeping pods. Can you interact with them? No, that's for the chest. Tear bomb. As you search the empty chest insides, just in case you missed something last time, it gives you a splinter. But yeah, what is up with this, like, being a sleeping pod? There's 6 of them. So I guess that plays into what we just read about the treatment that some of the Jaegers get. The door is locked. Okay, what's in here should be really interesting. I think, anyway. I think this is the right room. Yeah, here we go. You can also enter from the bottom, but I didn't want to backtrack with the red card key. What the? That's the thing from before. That's the final boss from first chapter. Oh boy. That's definitely the same as the one beneath the castle. Why is it here of all places? And far more importantly, why are there two of them now? This is already complicated enough, world. Thanks. I'm not sure, but this place seems sort of like a research facility. So maybe they were studying it? Studying it? Why? Well, maybe for like ideas for designing their own archaisms? A distinct possibility. This place is in it even deeper than we thought. Yeah, so it's not the same one. They just found one somewhere. I can't remember if that's explained. But yeah, that's totally within the realm of possibility with Ouroboros. I assume that's like part of their history, although like the details are still a little sketch for me in terms of like the archaisms they build are based on archaisms that existed before the Great Collapse. So like at some point along like history, like obviously they've been designing new machines based on them, right? But I'm not sure if like it's explained yet exactly like when they started doing that. Then again, with Ouroboros, who knows how long Ouroboros has existed? So, I think there are some details about that, like, that piece of information somewhere. I have read something to that effect about, like, speculation about when Ouroboros may have been founded. But I don't think I read it in a game. I think I read it, like, online. With like information being cited to like, oh, in this book in whatever game. Yo, check it out. So there are gospels inside of these things. A large gospel sits here. That's a gospel, isn't it? It appears to be us. Doesn't look like we can do anything with it. Must be part of their experiments. Ebony suit. This chest is as empty as that promise you made. You know which one. Large gospel sits here. That's a gospel, isn't it? I think it is. Doesn't look like we can do anything with it. Okay. So let me try and figure out what's going on here. So, there was an interesting post, some months ago on the Falcom subreddit. Nothing in here? Good. We don't want people refilling these while we're not looking. I think I read that one. Lift the chest over your head and shake as hard as you can, but nothing comes out. Well, it was an impressive display of strength at least. But right, the post I'm referring to. Someone like questioned like what Ouroboros was trying to accomplish with the experiments in the first half of this game. I'll get to that in a minute after we start fighting boss Anoace here. So they got Anoace too. We need to pin her down for a minute. Alright. Right, so what Ouroboros was trying to do with the experiments, because it isn't super clear, like, at the end of the day, Ouroboros' goal is to achieve the Ariel, and everything else is second to that. So it's a little questionable, like, well then what were they trying to do with, like, all those crazy gospel experiments? Well, I think half of them, at least, played into what they've done with this base. I mean, they've hidden it with mist. They used a massive, like, hologram projection to hide it from the sky. So that's like Luciola and Blue Bonk's experiments. But then, like, where's the earthquake play into this? Not really clear. You could like wave off Ren's thing as just them causing trouble within the Royal Army by her trying to help out the rebellious intelligence division and whatnot. Anoace, when in the heck did that little goof get so strong anyway? Alright, let's wake her up. Estelle, everyone, even Kevin's here too. Thank you for coming to save me. Anyways, you feel okay? Yeah, it's nothing Ahsoka and Elmo can't fix. More importantly, the others. It's okay, they've all been freed. You're the last one we found. Oh, I see. That's good. Sorry, Estelle. I promised we'd have a big rival fight, but I didn't want it to be like this. Don't worry, you silly. It's thanks to your team that we knew about this place at all. You guys did a great job of scouting out their base. Estelle. Oh, scouting job, right. Estelle, there's something I've got to tell you. Huh? What? While we were running around, I spotted Joshua. What? Joshua's here? When the Jaegers were chasing us down, he showed up and broke through their lines. I recognized his clothes and black hair. I'm pretty sure it was him. Joshua. Estelle? Oh, sorry. So, anyways, don't leave it there. Where'd Joshua go? I'm not sure. We managed to get out of that spot, but ultimately they caught us. He could have headed for the roof, though. The roof? There's some kind of airship dock on the roof of this building. I remember the soldiers and researchers heading that way. Okay, then. Anyways, you think you can get out on your own? Yeah, I'll be okay. This place is like a horror show. There might still be something in here. Everyone, be careful. Never thought Joshua would be here too. Let's get to the roof. Yeah. Alright, let's stop for now. When we pick up next time, I think we're gonna have a chance encounter and find out what's waiting for us on top of this roof. See you guys then.